Continuing on with our 2023-24 exit interview series, and we're with forward Angus Crookshank, who wrapped up a pretty big year for yourself. NHL debut, first NHL goal, AHL All-Star. Really was quite the campaign for you. How did you feel about things?
Yeah, it was a lot of pretty cool memories, and it's definitely going to be a year I won't forget. But I mean, it's obviously it's all cool and that sort of stuff, but I mean, unfortunately, our ending wasn't great, so we got to kind of build off of that and light a little fire under my butt for the summer.
Yeah, a tough finish to the season, obviously, but still, making it further than this team ever had before. I think in the grand scheme of things, people are considering this a successful year and a nice building block in the foundation of the Belleville Senators. What was it like to be a part of that and to, I guess, help lay that foundation a little bit more than you have even over the last 4 years?
Yeah, to your point, I mean, I'm sure 10, 12 years down the line, I'm going to look at this year and like, oh yeah, that's the first year the B-Sens ever won playoff series. First time, all these firsts that were talked about a lot with the team. Obviously, we don't, as players, we don't view that right now. As coaches, we don't view that right now. So, yeah, I mean, in looking back at it, it's going to be such a memorable year. I mean, our group was so special. I mean, you saw it on a day-to-day basis footage, just how we interacted with each other. It was a big family downstairs in the room, right? So it's bittersweet, but it's definitely memories and friendships I'm going to hold on for a long time.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. It's almost become the theme of these interviews now, not so much how things went on the ice, but how things were off the ice and how close this group was and how it wasn't cliquey and everybody was kind of one big unit, which obviously led to the success. But why do you think that is?
I think it's the coaching staff, it's the leadership group, it's just involving everybody. I mean, we got guys from Europe, we got guys from Canada, the U.S., all that sort of stuff, guys who speak different languages. But I think everybody just did such a great job of making time for each other, making sure everybody's included. And, I mean, that's how friendships blossom, right? If you keep kind of cliquey and that sort of stuff, it makes for a toxic environment and really, quite frankly, not a winning environment.
Yeah.
So I think it's a kudos to the coaches and the leadership staff to really kind of bring everybody together and take care of that stuff.
What did it mean to you to qualify for the playoffs, to win that series against the Toronto Marlies? It was a huge moment in the franchise's history and for a lot of guys on this roster who didn't have that experience before.
It was huge. I mean, it was, to your point, it's the first, I mean, I guess you could, it's the first playoff win for the B-Sens, right? And it's obviously against the Marlies, which is an intense rivalry to begin with. So, yeah, it's incredible, to be quite frank. It's something that I'm definitely going to remember. And kind of a cool token that I'm going to probably tell my kids about at some point.
Yeah, in terms of highlights for you, again, as we set off the top there, you have a lot of things to choose from. I would imagine the NHL debut first goal probably top that list. Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of hard to top that, I got to be honest with you. But honestly, from the individual stuff's cool and all, but I think it's just honestly coming to the rink every day with these guys, whether it's a good day, a bad day, a work day where the coaching staff's grumpy with the players and the players kind of have to bond together and work through whatever the coaches are going to throw at us. It was awesome just coming to the rink, and it made coming to the rink in those hard days a lot more enjoyable. Yeah.
And sometimes those hard days are, I tell people sometimes, like, our great days are the best they can get.
Yep.
But our bad days are a heck of a lot worse than other people's bad days.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of embracing those moments and really just being around the guys and enjoying our time together.
It's going to be a bit of a different summer for you being an RFA. It's a contract year, and not to get too deep into that and the process, but how does it kind of change your outlook heading into the summer?
I don't think it changes much. I wasn't happy with how I produced in the playoffs. I think to an extent I let the team down. I got to be able to produce in some of those moments.
Sure.
And it's, to be honest, it's still eating me a little bit now, especially with everybody packing everything up. So it's just try to fight it. I'm sure over the couple days I'll process it and that sort of stuff, and now I got to try to use it to be the best version of myself.
Yeah, and I can understand, feeling that way yourself. But trust me when I say nobody feels that way, that you let this team down by any means at all. So I don't know if that's any consolation, but at least know that. What else do you have planned for the summertime? You'll head back out west and surfing and all that stuff, I imagine?
Yeah, I hope to make it out surfing this summer. Got a nice kind of trip planned with some of the guys to drive back with. We're stopping at a couple golf courses on the way, which will be pretty cool. It'll be my first time with a caddy.
Nice.
Which I've never experienced that before, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, honestly, it's a big summer for me. To your point, it's RFA. There's a lot to prove still. I mean, I think to your point, it was a positive year in the sense that I was able to play well down here. I was able to play well in the NHL. So hopefully I can keep that going and try to keep working my way through my career.
Yeah, definitely not the finish that anybody in the group wanted, but a milestone year for the club, for yourself. Thanks for the time. Have a great summer, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.